And Jocelyn is looking at him, and it's so obvious that she forgot her line, and of course she did, because she only got off book a few days before, and he's just staring at her.
Uh-huh.
And Todd needs her to say it, otherwise the whole scene makes no sense, and it's dead quiet. It's opening night! And so then, she just says, "Who are you? The Pirate of Penzance?" Tess,
What?
are you even listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm listening.
If you want to just drive quietly for a while, that's fine.
Her face.
I can do that.
Her face. There's limited. Okay, there's limited animations with their face, but the mom's face just killed me there. This drive is so freaking boring. I wonder what's going on with Dad and Francine. Yeah, what the heck's going on?
Wait, where's my cell phone? Did I leave it in my backpack?
Where's my
Oh no.
What?
My cell phone. I left my cell phone at the hotel.
Are you sure?
Yes, I looked everywhere. It's not in the glove box. It's not in my backpack. I don't have the charger either. I must have left it on the charger at the hotel. I need my phone.
Tess, we have been driving for over an hour already. We are not driving all the way back to the motel just so you can have your phone for one day.
You don't understand. It might be gone if we don't go back for it.
I'm sure it'll be in the motel Lost and Found. We can pick it up on the way home.
Mom, we have to turn around. We haven't been driving for an hour.
Yes, we have. We left 1 hour and 18 minutes ago.
Well, we can drive faster on the way back.
I am not breaking the speed limit and getting pulled over and getting a ticket because you can't wait till tonight to get
I wouldn't have left my phone there if it wasn't for you. You were lying to me, and I was so distracted. And now you won't even go back. And
Hold on. I was lying to you? When was I lying to you?
lying? What was she lying to? Oh, the pills?
You didn't tell me we could stay with August. Why would you just lie to me and say August was unwilling to help us?
I didn't lie. She doesn't want to help. Helping would be buying the house, and when I asked, she said no.
But she offered to let us stay with her.
And I said no. There's a million reasons why that's a bad idea.
At least we'd be sleeping in a bed and not a car.
We aren't gonna sleep in the car. I'll figure something out.
Aren't you concerned? We have no plan. You have no plan.
I have a plan. Money might be tight, but it's not like I don't have a job.
Ooh, I don't really want to bring up the dad. But I'm kind of curious about the dad.
If you and Dad were still together, where do you think we would be right now?
I don't know, Tess.
Do you think we still would have lost the house?
Where are you going with this?
You're always trying to make him look bad. But while he was here, we were fine.
We were fine?
Maybe he wouldn't have had to pursue his dreams somewhere else if you had been more supportive of him. He was always working on stuff. He would know what to do.
That's not what was going on. And don't bring your dad into this.
Why not? Why can't we talk about Dad? Actually talk about Dad for once? The divorce,
I don't want to have this discussion right now.
Fine. You don't want to have this discussion? I'll just find out when I go to Nevada.
What?
When I
Girl,
see
why
Dad
would you
when I
bring that
go
up?
next month.
You're not going to Nevada next month.
Yes, I am. I already have the tickets.
What do you mean? With what money?
From my business, I'm going.
From your business. I can't believe you. That you would go behind my back?
If you just told me what was happening, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to ask Dad to tell me the truth.
The truth? Please. Oh, so that's what this is all about, huh? You want to know what's the truth? Fine. Here's the truth. The divorce wasn't mutual. I divorced him. Your father announced he was going to Reno to become a full-time gambler and expected me to say, "Oh, sure, honey, feel free to abandon me and my daughter and dying mother to try out your next get-rich-quick scheme." What kind of person would think a marriage could work with that kind of distance? So then I have to be the bad guy, just like always. He gets to run away and be the fun parent, and I have to be the mean mom and do all the work. So I divorced him. I'm sure he's just as proud of his new job as I am, and that's why you're hearing about it now. So sure, go to Nevada, ask him all about it. I'm sure he'll tell you the truth.
Yeah, put her in her place, Mom. Put her in her place. She doesn't know. Not only did I lose my phone, but I got in a fight with Mom. This sucks. I guess now we're just going to sit here in silence until we get to this stupid boathouse. What a fun road trip. That was sarcastic. Of course it was sarcastic. You started a whole fight because of your phone. You were throwing a little tantrum.
It's not a dead end. We just have to get out and walk.
Where, Tess?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I think it's through here. Thanks for the help, by the way.
Look, I know you're upset. We both are. Let's just get in, see what we can find about Pierre, and get out. Before I change my mind.
Agreed.
Looks like we finally made it to the boathouse we saw in the picture. Most likely owned by the mystery man, aka Pierre Lautrec. Whatever we find here better be worth it. Ooh, this place looks run down. The lake has dried up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's abandoned. Not enter. Operation. Oh. Yeah, the whole lake dried up. Nobody comes here anymore. Why are you pushing me, door? Pushing near. Plates. Dirty plates.
Is that dried blood?
Blood.
Ew, 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 ew. Why on earth did I just touch that?
I guess he was like a little fisherman. Boot. All docked vessels must be removed prior to October 1, 1974 due to the scheduled completion of St. Jude River Dam project. Oh, so it dried up because of a dam. Yeah. The dam will provide energy jobs.
Pierre! Pierre was here.
Looks like we're on the right track.
Please remember, this is a shared facility for all residents who fish off their boats or dock. If you borrow equipment to clean, return it. Clean up thoroughly. This means you, Pierre. I guess he wasn't very clean. Or grandpa, or potential grandpa.
How are we supposed to get on board?
Maybe there's something around here we can use.
We want to get across the boat, but if we try to jump that gap, we'll break our shin bones. Maybe there's something around that we can use to get across. Maybe this canoe. Guess not. There must be something around here. A ladder. Oh. A rope, perhaps? No. Maybe inside there is. Actually, oh, I see something. A plate.
This is so stupid. We're trespassing. We need to go back home.
But
What if you fall off and break your neck, Tess? Or who knows what's even in that boat? Or if the floorboards are all rotted, or...
But we're already here. And the trailer home...
Mobile home.
The mobile home was fine. I just think... If we go back now, what's the point? Don't you want to know what happened to Grandma? To find Pierre?
Okay, fine. You stay here, and I'll see what I can find.
No, you can't go in without me.
Don't tell me what I can't do, Tess. No matter how grown up you think you might be, I'm still your mother.
Put her in her place.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Put her in her place.
We've done all of this so far together. I just don't want to give that up.
All right. We'll do it together, but I should go first.
No, I should go.
No way! What if you fall off?
I could say the same to you. I should go first. I'm not gonna let my poor, aged mother walk across a rickety bridge before I'm sure it's safe.
Let's flip a coin. Call it heads or tails.
No.
No! I'm going first. It's my filial duty.
You really think it's dangerous?
If I thought it was dangerous, I wouldn't walk across at all.
Great, then we'll flip a coin. I call heads.
Oh my god.
Fine.
I lost?
In a manner of speaking.
After you.
All right. Here I go.
Careful.
Not very climactic.
Hey, I'm the main
Not
character
quite as scary
here.
as I
I'm
thought.
supposed to go
Yeah,
there.
this thing is pretty sturdy. Especially for just sitting out here for a few decades. Let's hope we can say the same for the rest of the boat.
See, perfectly safe.
Quite the party boat Pierre had going on here.
No kidding.
I kind of want to clean up the rest of these.
Ugh, why?
Tess, why would you do that?
Aren't you always talking about how important it is to recycle? What if a sea turtle gets caught in them?
That happens with six-pack rings for cans. These are bottles, and this is a river. And there's no water.
Nevertheless,
There's literally no water. It's all dried up because they put a dam. We're going outside first because I'm weird. Oh, a little... I found a way in. Aww. That is so sad. He had everything prepared for them. Please don't go on about the silly ideas in my head. My concerns are far from silly. This affects all of us. You say we'll have everything we could ever hope for, but I'm not the one who decided to run off across the border and have silly little Helen pick up her entire life and her children's lives at the drop of a hat to follow, no matter how much money was involved. I hope for things that money can't buy. Treasured friendships I've held since I was a girl. My relationship with my parents and siblings. Satisfying work where I get to help people. My children to grow up in the loving company of their grandparents and their friends. These are the things you ask me to give up? And for what? Isolation? An unfamiliar place? A leaky boat? Money to spend on what? What does it matter if everything else is lost? Damn, Grandma.
you tell him, Grandma.
Yeah, not one to mince words.
All those years of writing advice columns paid off, I guess. Kinda nice that she was thinking about you guys, too. Not just uprooting your life, dumping you in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it would have been like to grow up here.
You'd have to learn French.
Sacre bleu.
Oh no, it's already happening.
I mean, Canada has free healthcare. Oh, a little note that I can't look at because it's glitched. Robbers hit again in Porton, local and state police are looking for a group of thieves who made off with an undisclosed amount of cash taken from Kleeman clothiers in a burglary. I can't talk, guys. Spanish is my first language. Saturday night. According to state police, the men broke into the store around 1:20. They dismantled the store safe, taking the money back before fleeing. There were no witnesses. We're encouraging local businesses to deposit all their banks at the end of each business day, said Officer Randall Weston of the Porton Police. Until the burglars have been apprehended, it's too risky to leave any money in the store overnight. Michigan State Police have set up an anonymous tip line for any information. I hope this dude stole it and then we are able to find it and be rich and solve all our problems that we have.
The
That would be
burglary
nice.
ring! Mom, Grandma's boyfriend here was a bank robber. Why else would he have this?
Exactly.
Maybe my mother sent it to him
For what?
to keep him abreast of current events.
Oh, come on, Mom. Grandma had a thing going with a bank robber. How cool is that?
Well, okay, they didn't rob any banks. It was the jewelry counters at department stores and things like that.
Department store robber doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
And it wasn't robbery, it was burglary.
What's the difference?
A robbery is when you take something from someone under duress. A burglary, you take it when they're unaware, I think.
You think?
Listen, it's been a while since I've brushed up on my criminology.
And why are they so sure it was men?
What?
It says the men broke into the store, but there were no witnesses. So how do they know it was men?
You're thinking lady robbers.
Like Catwoman.
I like it. Very cinematic.
Do you think Grandma could have helped?
Are you seriously asking if I think my mother was an accomplice in all this?
Literally.
Why not?
Tess
She
is
had
insane.
2 kids at home, and I just don't see it.
Seems like there was a lot about Grandma you weren't seeing.
Excuse me?
Tess, don't start this again. Do not start these fights again, please.
Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, you know, maybe that's what she wanted me to think. I didn't know about Pierre, after all.
Okay, can I continue exploring, please? What is this?
Boy, he really burned through it.
I can't imagine just spending $40,000 on nothing.
Well, some of it was on this boat.
Yeah, seems like he really loved it.
Can you imagine Grandma living here?
Can you imagine August living here?
Maybe then she would have been a famous painter, because she would have, had to paint a bunch of stuff to make it less ugly.
For sure.
And you and Grandma would have had to fish every day.
This is a very tempting scene you're painting.
I'm imagining something like Little House on the Prairie, but on a boat.
Little houseboat on the river?
Rolls off the tongue.
Very run down.
Attention, every... Oh, man, what? This doesn't work. Should have seen that coming.
You're not funny, Tess. You're not funny. I hate Tess. I'm a hater. I mean, I don't hate her. I just... She can be a little annoying. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh no. Oh, see.
Wow, that is a lot to spend on whiskey.
$45?
A lot for back then, I mean. Whiskey was more expensive then, too. Plus, judging from the state of this place, this was probably a reoccurring order.
Jeez, slow it down, Pierre.
I don't think he was handling my mother's change of heart too well.
With this amount of booze, it doesn't
Probably
look like he was
heartbroken.
handling anything too well.
Listen, let's just get back to it. It's cold in this busted old boat.
He was sad because Grandma rejected him. She said, my kids are more important than you.
Boy, really getting into the sea captain persona, aren't we? Did the boat ever even leave this dock?
No. What does this say? I'm not even gonna try to decipher what that says. I received your latest letter. This is my final response. Yes, you did all this for me, but you didn't. Everything you've done, you did for yourself. You were the one who was unsatisfied with our home, our income, and always wanted more. You were the one who made the decision to get more money through reckless illegal means. You were the one who decided to run to Canada to save your own skin, without even telling me until it was too late to do anything but follow along. I'm not following along anymore. You say these are your kids too. Of course they are. But they're my children as well. I'm here with them every day, comforting their grief, trying to console them over the loss of their father, trying my very hardest to keep up the ruse. So he was Leo all along? But I'm getting used to it. Used to doing this on my own. Used to speaking for myself, to living this new life. I'm regaining my footing. I'm starting to feel okay. So her dad never died? Oh boy, Mom, prepare for this.
So I guess that's it. Grandma had enough time on her own. Without Grandpa, without Pierre. She realized she liked things better that way.
Can you blame her?
No, not at all. It was her chance to have her own independence. And who would want to give up their whole life, everything they know, just for some guy and some money?
People have done worse for less.
Yeah, but Grandma had a pretty good life, didn't she? Her advice column, her art, her kids, her house. Maybe she just needed a little time to herself to realize how good she had it.
Power to you, Grandma. What key?
This could come in handy.
Looks like a mailbox key.
There's definitely
Didn't
some
we see some
illegal
mailboxes
money
up by the gate where we came
up
in?
in here, guys. Let's hope these girls come out rich. But damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. The bed they were supposed to have. Oh, is that who I think it is?
Wow, this is from when Grandma was really young.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this one.
You look a lot like her.
Really? I always thought I looked more like my father.
Maybe you were just imagining things?
More... Oh, you mean because he might not have been my father? I suppose I can see the resemblance now that I think about it.
You have her smile.
Let's keep the photo, guys. Come on. I was surprised to receive another letter from you so soon. A houseboat. It's a romantic thought, living right on the water. But don't you suppose it might be a bit small for both of us and 2 children, including a teenager? Couldn't you have written to me before making this decision? We are still here, waiting for the heat to die down. While I'm excited to start our new life afresh, I've begun to rack up some worries. How will the children react? With all they've already been through, what do you suppose my parents will think? And us just disappearing? My poor mother. She's already lost a son-in-law. Won't people come looking for us? Are you sure there's no other way? Yeah, this dude was
A letter
kinda
from
dumb.
Grandma.
Can you imagine if my mother had actually moved us up here to stay?
I'd be Canadian.
You wouldn't even exist.
Whoa.
You wouldn't
What?
exist.
Well, who knows if I would have had a daughter if my whole life had changed back then. I certainly wouldn't have met your father.
Wow. So, this is like looking into an alternate reality. I'd like to live in another reality.
Like what?
One where we're rich.
One where we were really rich, and you could fix up the Andromeda and make every play there amazing.
Tess.
And we could keep Grandma's house and make it all perfect, like better than it's ever been.
There's no way to that reality from here.
Maybe there is if we find some money. Now, what is this? Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Cool.
Tess, don't touch that!
Why not? It's just as grimy as anything else in this boat. Plus, I want to find out what the winter campus fashions were in 1968.
You don't know where that's been.
It's literally been right here for 30 years.
I mean before that. Like... Never mind. And I think it was fringed jackets.
The winter campus fashions in 1968?
And patterned tights. But really? Put that down.
I don't think that's a, look for little teens like you, Tess. Staircase. $30,000 in exchange for houseboat. He paid $3,000 for this.
$3,000? For a houseboat?
Are you saying that's a lot or a little?
A little? Only $3,000 for a boat? You can live on? It's a house and a boat. That's 2 whole things for just $3,000. Some people don't even have one thing.
It does seem like he probably got a pretty good deal.
Do you think the boat had something wrong with it?
Maybe Pierre just drove a hard bargain.
Cool. Nobody to spy on now.
Kinda sad. Out of here. Also, why did only his house stay here? Because I don't see any other houses. I guess he was the last one to leave. Or like refuse to leave. Then it was just too late.
Looks like Pierre tried to mail this, but he messed up the postage or something. Let's crack this bad boy open.
Wait, opening other people's mail? I don't know, Tess.
They're probably dead.
If this guy was your real father, you're his next of kin, so it's fine.
Is that how that works?
I don't know, probably. Makes sense to me.
I suppose you have a point.
Let's see what we've got here.
Let's read it. Renvoi à l'expéditeur. Okay. To whom it may concern. Oh, here we go. I now confess my culpability for a spate of a spate of burglaries, which resulted in the theft of almost $500,000. $500,000. I had worked as a property inspector for Keene County for over 10 years at a poker game in 1966. I was approached by a man interested in trading blueprints and my knowledge for cash. He and a few others targeted department stores and other businesses that carried a large amounts of cash overnight. This relationship developed and I became more and more involved. I was given 10% of the proceeds from the robberies in exchange for information on how they could evade detection from the store security. As time went on, the stores they chose to hit became riskier and riskier. I had no way to back out of the arrangement as they had threatened not only my safety, but that of my family's as well. Seeing no other option, I falsified a death certificate with papers I lifted from the county office. Oh my... I knew it. I knew it. I was like... When they were having that conversation about like... after finding the letter of Grandma basically telling him he wasn't going with him, I was like, this is the same dude. This is the same dude. That's her dad. Her dad never died. And here it is. He falsified a death certificate with papers from the county office. I left my wife and daughters to cross the border under an assumed name, giving them instructions to follow me. They never did. And I wish that, and I regret having asked them to. What little of my stolen profits remain, I have destroyed. What? What do you mean you destroyed the profits? My wife, Helen, knew nothing of my crimes until it was too late. She only went along with the story of my death because she had no other choice. She is innocent. My decision to involve myself in this series of crimes was mine alone. I ask only that you leave my wife and daughters alone. This is my confession. Leonard Lambros. That is crazy.
So Pierre was my dad?
He wrote this whole confession, but it never made it. It's been here ever since.
I can't believe it.
Well, it says right there.
No, I mean rhetorically, Tess. Jeez.
Right.
So my mother wasn't having an affair at all. Or whatever this would have been.
Not except with Grandpa's secret identity.
So my father hadn't died. When we thought he'd had a heart attack. He was just... here. On this dock. We never got to know him. He was just a car ride away. August and I suffered over something that never even happened.
What a selfish dad.
It kind of did happen though, didn't it? As far as you knew, it did. You lived with that your whole life, so So, to you, it did.
I can't believe I can't believe he just abandoned us. All this time he was here. He gave up his family, his children.
For an old boat and some booze.
I wish I could have talked to him. Just one more time. And my mother living a lie for the rest of her life. I can't even imagine. I just wish I could have talked to her about it. While she was alive.
She could have been there for her?
Wish you could have been there for her?
Yeah. If we could have just... She didn't have to carry all this alone. I can't believe she would do that to us, lie to us her whole life. Why didn't she say anything? Even when we were all grown up.
Maybe she was trying to protect you.
Yeah, maybe. August was so little. But I was old enough to know the truth. I just wish we would have talked.
So, that's it? He spent all his money, tried to send this confession, and disappeared, and he never came back? Do you think he could still be alive?
I don't know. Honestly, I honestly don't care. It doesn't really matter, does it? Either way, he's gone.
You don't want to keep going?
We gotta find
Maybe we
Dad. We
could
gotta
find-
make him
No,
pay for
I
our
think we
lives
found
now.
enough.
Yeah. I'm sorry,
He
Mom.
owes it to us.
He pretended to die. But he really just left me, like everyone else.
I didn't leave you.
Well, maybe not yet. But your dad...
I thought you said you were the one who kicked Dad out.
I mean... Well, it wasn't quite like that. I guess...
Oh, really?
Listen. I'll give you the full story in the car. I'm freezing out here.
Yeah, me too.
Tess, thanks for doing this. For coming with me.
Of course.
And for pushing me to find out what happened.
Just doing my job.
I know I haven't been the best mom lately. But I am so lucky to have such an incredible, kind,
Oh, Mom.
beautiful, hardworking...
Stop. You'll make me cry.
just such an amazing daughter.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, honey.
Mystery solved. Tears shed. Wounds closed.
Hey, Mom.
So now tell
I
us
was
the
thinking
story.
about something. I wonder what Grandma would say about all this.
Good question. What do you think?
I don't think she'd be too happy. Now, girls, I hid those private things away so people wouldn't find them. I don't know why you couldn't leave well enough alone. Well, if you didn't want people to find it, maybe you should have gotten rid of it. Well, okay. Maybe I did want you to find it. A little bit.
I
So
mean,
you
true,
asked
she
about
could have burnt it all
What
up.
happened with me and Dad?
Uh-huh.
Well, your dad, you know, was always looking for the next thing. Always had a new idea to try that was going to fix all his problems, our problems. And for a while, it was the video store. And then that sales thing, and then he decided that he was going to be a professional poker player.
Is that what you meant by full-time gambler?
Yeah. I mean, not really a gambler. He's not playing with his own money. It's all tournaments and stuff. They're playing as a sport.
My dad's a tournament player as well, so... But it does take a toll. Because they're out late. Not really home much after work. just gonna say that's insane.
That's insane.
I don't agree.
Didn't
I don't
anybody
agree.
tell him the house always wins?
Oh, I did. But this isn't playing poker against the house. It's against other players. There is no house. Believe me, I heard all his justifications. There were plenty.
And even though he's been gone for a couple years, he's never told me why he's really out there. Why wouldn't he tell me?
Maybe deep down, he's not so proud of it.
Maybe he just didn't want to tell me till after he'd hit it big? So he chose right when Grandma really started getting sick and we moved in to take care of her to go off and follow his dream? He must really like poker.
Not
He
good
likes it.
timing there from him.
But I wouldn't say that's the real reason he left.
Oh.
The split came at a really hard time. The theater was doing worse, and I was spending all my time there. Then your grandmother started really declining and needed more and more help. I think when I decided we needed to move in with her to care for her, well, being a full-time caretaker for his mother-in-law was not something your father ever signed up for. So he left for Nevada. He wanted to stay married. Said we could make it work. But by that time...
It was already over.
Yeah, exactly. I realized that this was a pattern that would never really end. Do you blame me for ending it?
No, I get it. You needed his support, and he just ran away. Kind of forced your hand.
Yeah, kind of.
That sucks, Mom. But I do miss him. I'm sorry for buying the tickets.
Oh,
I should have talked to you first. I guess I thought, I don't know, that Dad, explain everything to me in a way that made sense, and that he was living some great life out there.
no, you shouldn't apologize. I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier. I guess I was embarrassed. That I would have married such a ding-dong. Professional gambler. I didn't want to have to
Professional
say it out
gambler.
loud. But I guess you can't keep running away from your problems forever.
Now I have these tickets, and I don't know what to do.
I think you should go.
To Reno?
Yeah. I think it would be good for you to hear his side of the story. We may not always get along, but he's not a bad guy. And you guys have a good relationship. You should spend some time with him. I think it'd be good for both of you.
Are you sure, Mom?
Yeah, I'm sure. But it's not over Thanksgiving, right?
Oh God, no. And Miss August mac and cheese? Fat chance. I'm proud of you, Mom.
For what?
What do you mean, for what? You're kick-ass. How many moms would stop packing up their house to drive their daughter all over Michigan to search for a family secret? Or run their own business, run a community theater? That's pretty cool.
All right. Maybe not the brightest idea from a financial perspective, but it is pretty cool. Thanks, honey. That means a lot. And speaking of businesses, that's pretty impressive that you made enough money to buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, it's exciting that people are willing to pay me to design websites.
Well, I've seen what you can do, and you do a great job.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm serious. When I saw your web stuff, I mean, I don't always know what I'm looking at, but I know it looks good.
Thanks.
Oh, this is so heartwarming.
An artist's eye, just like your grandma.
And my mom. But maybe it skipped over my aunt.
Come on, her painting wasn't that bad. Well, I guess I always imagined that you'd go to Ford like Grandma and me. It's silly, but it's not fair of me. God knows I didn't do everything my mom wanted me to do.
Like doing her? Oh my gosh, Tess, you are evil.
Like doing Kurt?
I'm gonna let that double entendre pass right by me. But yeah, it's hard to let go, to see you as an adult, not just my baby girl.
Mom.
You were so cute back then. even cuter than now.
Stop.
And you had the biggest head. Everyone said it. Everyone said, that's the baby with the biggest head.
Bowling ball head, the bowling ball baby.
Yep. And it was all your dad. On my side, we all have perfect, tiny little heads. Like golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think about the whole
Interesting.
August thing?
Moving in with her?
Yeah. I guess it's a big decision, moving to Chicago.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Would you want to move in with her?
I mean, yeah.
It seems like a good choice. Even if it's just for a while, at least we'd have a place to stay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Are you worried about the theater? Or my school?
These days I'm worried about everything, but I'm confident too. Confident we can figure it out.
Yeah.
We've been through so much this last year. You've been through so much. I have to have faith that we'll continue to make things work.
Yeah. Me too.
I will say, August's house is pretty nice.
Her bathtub is the size of my bedroom.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be worth it for the bathtub alone. We should call August and tell her about all this.
Oh, hey August, guess what? Our dad really is our dad.
You can sleep easy. We're not French Canadian after all.
Zoot.
Whatever we end up doing, I'm just glad. I'm glad you're with me.
Yeah,
Hey,
me too.
I mean, that's maybe the treasure was the relationship we had with our mom the whole way. I really thought there was gonna be like they were gonna find some money and be rich. Well, it's very unfortunate that there was no treasure. I don't know what these secret achievements are. I like the story. It was interesting. Figuring out the whole mystery about what happened. It did glitch a little bit, certain times, but other than that, it was fine. It was a fun game. I enjoyed it. I got kind of, especially towards the end, I definitely got sucked into the story a lot more. I'm very interested in finding out what happened. So, well, it looks like we have like a way to just select chapters, which is good. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope I see you in the next video I make. Give this game a freaking a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. If you're interested, it is in the Xbox Game Pass store. It's in the store. You can play for free if you have the Xbox Game Pass. But I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.